So I'm basically going to be kind of reading from this here. We all know that our emotions can be really difficult, and sometimes they're scary to us. Sometimes we feel out of control and it scares us. So it's a lot easier to suppress our emotions sometimes than it is to recognize that we have them and feel them and process them. However, when we do that, the ability to recognize, feel, process, and release emotions are going to enable you to function in a more positive and successful state so that you can live free and create the life you desire. Plus, if we don't release those emotions, that really impacts our immune systems. And right now, we want our immune systems to be tip-top, right? I think we all can agree on that. So this is another reason why I wanted to go through this with you all. We learn about and develop emotions from birth. We develop more through early childhood development and throughout our whole lives. So this means that helping children recognize their emotions and learn to process their emotions is one of the most powerful gifts that you could give as a parent or a caregiver. Even teachers. So it also means that if you didn't develop and utilize effective techniques to process your emotions early on, you're going to have some catching up to do later. And we're going to give you a few easy tools so that you can learn how to process them in a healthy way. Hey, Suzanne, good to see you. How are you holding up through all this? Are you doing some more working from home? Oh, must not be able to answer yet. That's okay. All right, so when we're talking about emotions, we have to mention the limbic system. Now, the limbic system is a system of nerves and networks in our brain, and it controls our basic emotions and our drives. It's called the emotional brain. It supports 5 major functions: our emotions, our behavior, our motivation, long-term memory, and our sense of smell. Now, essential oils can be used to tap directly into the limbic system to stimulate our memories and emotions, and this is generally done by inhalation. So when we inhale our essential oils, which I'm going to just kind of do some valor because this is a Facebook Live and I lost my lid. When we inhale them, it goes up our nose and straight into the limbic system of our brain. Right? So those tiny molecules are entering the nasal cavity and they pass right by the olfactory bulb. Now, our olfactory bulb is part of our limbic system, and so that way our response to an aroma is going to be emotional before it can be rational. And this is really good news because that means that we could use essential oils to recall memories, whether they're good or bad. If they're bad, you could use the oils to help you release the cellular memories that are stored in our body, which allows us to process them and move past them. And that's a whole other scientific thing. We all regularly come in contact with reactions to smells. I can still recall what my great-grandmother's house smells like when I'd walk in her door to see her. I still recall the scent of my grandfather's cologne, and there's certain scents. Sandalwood is a big one. When I smell certain scents, it makes me think of my grandfather. Like you walk into your house at dinner time and you smell your favorite meal being prepared, or, your emotions are instantly triggered by fond memories that you have of that meal and you feel joy. Now, with my grandfather's cologne, it instantly triggers emotions based on the relationship I had with my grandfather. If I had a good relationship, it may trigger emotions of love and joy. If I had a bad relationship or he recently passed away, I may feel anger or sadness. So now that we've covered a little bit of the science involved, let's dive into some of these powerful blends, and we'll talk about how they can be used. Anybody want to share some scents first that memories, some scents that bring up memories to you, just different smells I know, not smell, but taste. One of my great grandmothers always made red Kool-Aid. I'm assuming it was cherry. And she did Kool-Aid and orange. It was like orange juice or something that she added, or maybe it was even Tang. I don't know, but it was orange with the red. I think it was oranges because she always had orange slices floating in her pitcher of Kool-Aid. And so just the taste, and that always makes me think of her, but I could still smell that as well. And it just makes me think of her and it makes me smile. So I want you to, when you're watching this, go ahead and comment. I want to see a lot of comments on this because, there's a lot of research here and a lot of time, and I just want to see some of us just encouraging each other. I'm sick of the social distancing. I need to relate with you guys. So I really, really want to hear your comment or see your comments and hear your voice in all this. So be sure to comment and share your, sense and, whatever, just comment throughout, even if you're just watching a replay and not watching a live. All right. So let's get started on some of these awesome Feelings Kit oils. All right. So, which one are we on? Harmony. We're going to talk about Harmony first. So this is Harmony, and Harmony has sacred sandalwood. Listen to some of these oils, you guys. In this kit, all of these blends have some amazing single oils in them. And if you have a piece of paper and a pen, I would suggest you write down some of these and look them up in your reference books, because they could do so many wonderful things. And if you don't have these oils, some of these oils in the blends may be able to help you as well. So I strongly encourage you to take notes. You could always, if you're watching the replay, you could always pause and go back, or if you're watching live, go back and watch a replay and take your notes. So Harmony has sacred sandalwood, lavender, ylang-ylang, frankincense, orange, angelica, geranium, hyssop, Spanish sage, black spruce, coriander, bergamot, lemon, jasmine, Roman chamomile, palmarosa, and rose oil in it. Amazing, isn't it? I mean, listen to all those. Those are incredible, incredible oils. All right. So Harmony, it's a blend of oils, and it contains this scents to provide an uplifting aromatic experience. Now, using positive affirmations with oils can make their effects even more powerful. And I'm not talking who was the old Saturday Night Live guy? Smalley. What was his name? Oh, remember he would sit in front of the mirror and go, "You're good enough, you're smart enough, and by gosh," remember that? Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't think of his name. Eric or Frampton or something. Isn't he a senator in Minnesota now or somewhere? Anyway, that skit was always really funny though. But when I hear the word affirmations, I think of that. That's not really what it is. I mean, in a way, but not totally. So using positive affirmations with your oils can actually make their effects even more powerful. There is actually a real thing where what we say and what we think, our brain does not understand sarcasm. And so what we say and what we think, our brain really believes. So that self-fulfilling prophecy, even if you're joking around about something, self-fulfilling prophecy is a real deal with your brain. So that's why affirmations with your oils work so well together, because when you're inhaling those oils and you're saying those affirmations, you're not only reaching the limbic system of your brain, but you're also tricking your brain somewhat into believing what you're saying, and it just makes it more powerful and amplified. So yeah, it's just a more intentional experience. And I am going to be sharing a link to my class notes in the comments when I'm finished, and there's a link included in that talks a little bit more about affirmations that you could check out. So back to Harmony, you can diffuse this, 4 or 6 drops. You could diffuse it in your diffuser. it's a really good one to diffuse, to just help keep peace in your home. You know, if you have kiddos at home that are, you know, out of school because of all this and they're driving you nuts or they're fighting, harmony is a really good one to keep around and to have going. You can, you could diffuse it around your spouse if they're working from home and driving you nuts. Yeah, same. And so, you know, a little harmony, because, you know, we're on top of each other and we don't know, this is all new to everybody. We all have our emotions flying and we're creating a new norm. And so harmony is going to help with that a lot. You can also put a couple drops like on your collarbone. Well, you could see I rubbed a bunch of lotion on my neck because like all red. You can put a couple drops on your collarbone. It's kind of your throat, just below your throat chakra. And just apply it there, and it's just going to kind of help. There is a suggested affirmation with this one, and it is, I am one with all. All right, we are going to move on to forgiveness. This is something with everybody home and social distancing and just, you know, we're all cooped up together type thing. Forgiveness is going to be huge for us. Forgiveness, you know, it's not always easy to forgive. I know some people have a very hard time forgiving. At times it feels more painful than the wound that we suffered to forgive the one that inflicted it. And yet there's no peace without forgiveness. And that's by Marianne Williamson. So do you have a hard time forgiving people? I know I do sometimes. It depends on what it is. If I've been hurt deeply, I do have a hard time, and I have to really make myself look at it from a different angle and try to and do my best to forgive. We tend to hold on to anger in our liver. And there's a really powerful direct link between anger and liver problems. So forgiveness is going to be really powerful to our health. If we are full of anger and we can't let go of that anger, again, that's going to lower our immune system. And we definitely don't want that right now. So forgiveness is going to be a good one for that. Now, in a life full of relationships, there's going to be many times that we need to forgive. When we're bothered by the actions of others in our past, we're filled with anger, hate, resentment, and emotional pain. Forgiveness is a way to release all of those negative emotions from your inner body and to begin the healing process. One useful technique to use is to combine your deep breathing, like we practiced at the beginning of this video, while inhaling forgiveness essential oil. Now, deep breathing can be really, you could do it anywhere. It's just easy. You could stop what you're doing, just take a slow, deep breath. Remember, I like putting my right hand on my heart, my left hand on my belly. Take a deep breath, fill up your lungs. I like to do a slow count to 4 when I'm inhaling, and then I release my breath and count to 6. I want to release a little longer than I breathed in. And sometimes I need to repeat that a couple times before I feel myself calming down. So this blend, Forgiveness, contains sesame, melissa, geranium, frankincense, royal Hawaiian sandalwood, coriander, angelica, lavender, bergamot, lemon, ylang-ylang, jasmine, helichrysum, Roman chamomile, palmarosa, and rose. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm hearing a few of these oils that we mentioned in the Harmony oil as well. So those are going to be really good oils to research on emotions with. So forgiveness, it has an aroma that supports the ability to forgive yourself and others while letting go of your negative emotions, which is an important part of personal growth. You could use it in your diffuser, and you could rub like 2 to 4 drops on your right rib cage or in the center of your right foot. You don't need to dilute it unless you have like super sensitive skin. A suggested affirmation for this is, I learn from all of life's experiences. And you could repeat that information as you practice your deep breathing exercise with it. All right, next we have Inner Child. Inner Child is a favorite of mine, and I like to wear this for perfume a lot of times because I just love the scent. It's so wonderful. Have you ever asked yourself, who am I? You may have asked yourself and felt this many different times throughout your life. In the transition from a child to a teenager or teenager to an adult, when graduating from college and searching for a career, when entering a new relationship and needing to figure out who you are as you intertwine your life with someone else's life, the sweet scent of Inner Child may encourage you to connect with your authentic self. This is a blend of orange, tangerine, ylang-ylang, royal Hawaiian sandalwood, jasmine, lemongrass, spruce, bitter orange, and neroli. And it may help stimulate memory response and help you reconnect with your own identity, which is one of the first steps to finding emotional balance. I just need to smell this because I love it so much. Gosh, I love that one. So you may diffuse this, a few drops in your diffuser, or you can add it to they actually say to dilute in my notes, but I don't, and just put it on your earlobes. We actually have, we do talk about, the VitaFlex points on our feet, but we actually have points, reflexology type points on our ears too. So this is a good one to put on your earlobes. And the suggested affirmation for this oil is, I release the past. All right, next we have present time. And this one's kind of, self-explanatory. I tell you, right now with the craziness going on and all the unknowns and just the fear of what's going to happen, present time is a good one to be using to just kind of ground us and help us appreciate what we have right now, whether it's having our college students home unexpectedly, or our family working from home and everybody here. This is a good one to use, like maybe when you're spending a little more family time, whip out some board games, play some cards, spend some family time, and this would be a great one to diffuse during those times. So present time, I usually like to use this during Christmas when we're all together and gathering, but now it's even more important, and I'm definitely using this a lot this week. It contains sweet almond, bitter orange, black spruce, ylang-ylang. I guess that's it. When you diffuse it, it's going to help you focus on the here and now, so you could get beyond the past and move forward. It was created to help bring people into the moment. So you could pair this with meditation, and it's really powerful. Meditation, if you're not really familiar with meditation, it's just a practice of turning inward and bringing awareness to what's happening in the moment. It's not just the, yeah. You can do that if you want, but most of it's not. You're just bringing awareness to what's happening in the moment around you, focusing on your breath. You notice this combo, breath keeps coming up in all of these oils. Your body, you're focusing on your body awareness and your present thoughts during that. So again, you may diffuse, you could diffuse all these. Dilution is not necessarily required if you're using it topically. A good place to apply this one topically is about 2 inches below your belly button, and I think that's your solar plexus chakra. We all have chakras that, I know it sounds so hoo-hoo and so woo-woo and yeah, whatever, but it works. So about 2 areas below your belly button. And a suggested affirmation for present time is, I see clearly. All right, and the last one in the feelings kit is release. Some people have I'm just going to warn you, some people have a powerful reaction to release. I have a friend who used it for the first time, And all of a sudden, she like just started bawling. Like, I'm not kidding. It was freaky. It scared her, actually, because she just couldn't control it. It was like any negative emotion that she had been holding in just came pouring out. And it was so powerful for her. And when all was said and done, she felt amazing. I've never had that reaction. She's, you know, I've heard of stories, but she's the only person I personally know that's had that reaction. And I just find it so amazing and so interesting. But it just proves how powerful scents are to our emotions. This one, it's also a really good one to put in your bath, to mix with some Epsom salts and just take a soothing bath with. I've done that before and it smells really good. And, you know, sometimes in the diffuser before I go to bed at night, because it is relaxing and it helps me with that. So this is actually a blend of ylang ylang, again, olive, lavandin, not lavender, lavandin, they're different, geranium, royal Hawaiian sandalwood, again, grapefruit, tangerine, spearmint, lemon, blue cypress, davana, kaffir lime, ocotea, jasmine, and chamomile. It also has blue tansy and rose in it. It just gives that relaxing scent that helps us let go of anger and frustration, and it promotes harmony and balance when you're diffusing. So movement is also a type of release for us. And I keep seeing exercise for 30 minutes. The CDC is now suggesting that we do 30 minutes of exercise a day to help keep our immune system up, which I think is wonderful. So movement can be used in various forms of intensity to work through or release different emotions. Many people find high intensity fitness like running or sports like boxing, you know, that type of thing, maybe some type of aerobic activity. Those are really successful releasers of stresses, and they help release your anxious feelings and can give you a sense of peace. Other people like yoga, you know, so it doesn't have to be a strenuous exercise. You could do a soothing, comforting one like yoga. Sorry, I had a phone call. Any exercise is going to help you through this. And it's diffusing release while you're doing this is just a really simple tool that anybody can use, and it's really effective to help you feel and process your emotions like anger, resentment, guilt. It's just a really good one to be diffusing while you're doing that and just releasing all that pent-up energy in yourself. All right, so a good place to put it is below your throat, above your clavicle, which is your throat chakra, so about right here. And you don't need to dilute it unless you have super sensitive skin, or you may diffuse it. A suggested affirmation for this one is, I let go with ease and grace. All right, and I guess we have one more in the feelings kit. This is Valor. We all know Valor because some of us got it in our starter kits. And this is actually one that we could get for free this month with a 100 PVER order. And this is one of the most popular oils that Young Living makes besides Thieves. This actually went out of stock for 2, maybe 3 years straight, and people were clamoring to get it. They had a very small batch released, and we were limited to 1 per member per month. And the day it went back in stock, we broke the internet. Like, I had 3 different web browsers. I had my laptop, my computer, my phone. I was trying to log on to all 3 just to get on to get it before it went out of stock. And I think it went out of stock within like 10 minutes. It was so insane. But anyway, we broke the internet with this one, and Young Living realized, holy cow, we need to do something about it. But now we have a great supply of it. Our crops have been wonderful for the oils that go into this blend. So we've got a great supply, and they're giving it to us for free this month. I never would have guessed 3 years ago that we would have been getting this one for free, ever. So I'm going to talk about this a little bit. This oil is the ultimate oil for courage. which I think right now we all need, because with all the unknown, I heard today California is on a lockdown, and that's where I fear we're going to head, but that's my fears. So when I start feeling, that pressure and that fear, I'm huffing my valor. A great quote for valor is, inhale courage, exhale fear. Isn't that wonderful? That courage is something that we all need at every age and every stage of our life. I just love the smell of valor. So, whether it's courage to take our first steps, a kid getting on the school bus for the first time, to get through our first presentation, dreaming, it's great when you're doing a vision board, starting a family, building your own business, or even right now, if you're wondering, how you're going to, maybe you've thought of starting a business or something, and now you're laid off and you don't know how long because, of the stay put stuff. A lot of people are not working now. So valor would be a good one to just kind of help you take the next steps. Using valor is really easy and effective way to inhale your courage and exhale your fear. It's the opposite of courage is inertia. Saying the affirmation can actually help you move from inertia to courage. You can diffuse valor for an inspiring and calming scent, or just put it topically on to experience an empowering and uplifting fragrance. It's a blend of black spruce, camphor, blue tansy, frankincense, and geranium. Again, I'm seeing a lot of these oils repeating. A good place to put this, and this sounds odd, but you could put 2 to 4 drops, 2 to 4 drops directly on your left shoulder blade, or you can diffuse. And a suggested affirmation for this one is, I come from my strength. All right, now I mentioned at the beginning of this video a little bit about the Aroma Freedom technique. You might see it abbreviated as AFT. This is a technique that uses the power of scent to gently shift awareness away from negative thoughts, feelings, and memories, and to initiate a positive outlook and attitude. This results in greater confidence and inner freedom. When we're no longer stuck in negative mindsets, we're free to create the life we desire. Now, this is a 12-step process, and it's just another tool that you could use to help release your emotions and memories that are holding you back and allow you to move forward. It's a simple process that starts with setting an intention or goal that you would like to achieve, one that you don't believe is very attainable. You rate your intention on a scale of 1 to 10, and you move through a series of steps incorporating your essential oils, which will allow you to move through different emotions that are limiting you. You could use very common oils such as Stress Away, frankincense, lavender, lemon, peppermint, and thieves, which most of you have because they came in your starter kit. You could use those oils to help tap into your deep memories and emotions and release them to foster growth. You could also use favorites like Inner Child, Release, Transformation, and Believe. Dr. Benjamin Purkis has his books on his website, and you could order them there. I think they're also available at Life Science Publishing. You could probably find them on Amazon, but I'm going to give you in the comments in the class link, there will also be a link in there that takes you to Dr. Benjamin Purkis's website, and he's got a lot of more information in there, but you could also purchase the book there too. He's got a lot of information on his site, so I'd rather just go to his site instead of finding just the book. And then, like I said, all these oils that we talked about came from the Feelings Kit. So this is really an affordable way to purchase these 6 oils that we talked about. If you were to order just Present Time, Inner Child, Valor, and Forgiveness together, just those 4, you would spend $213.25. This kit's only $181. So you're just going to be saving $32.25 just on those 4 oils, but they're also giving you Release and Harmony with it, which those together are over $71. So, I mean, what is that? $100 savings? Seriously? This is like amazing. In fact, whenever I'm running low on some of these oils, I just get another feelings kit, because some of these oils we're not able to purchase individually, and we can only get them in the kit. So if I run low on some, I just get another kit. If you're on Essential Rewards, you're also going to get 10 to 25% back on that. So, that's going to be $18 to $45 you're going to be getting back in points, depending on what level you're earning. And you'll also, if you put it on an ER order, you're also getting another free bottle of Valor this month for that 100 PV on ER. You could also use your ER points to redeem for this. You could get this with your points for free and just pay your shipping, or if you're using the WildGo or WildGo Plus, or WildGo Plus, I guess, then you don't even have to pay the shipping. So that's kind of nice. This is only for the US market though. Sorry if you're in Canada or another country, you wouldn't be able to do that. I know I have a couple people in this group that are not yet members. And so, if you're interested in this, just reach out to me and I will definitely help you do that so that you can get this. Also, I wanted to just really fast. I know we've been on this for a while and I wasn't intending this to be so long, but there's a few other oils that I pulled out that are emotional. Did you notice so far that all these oils, the labels were purple? Yeah, all the oils labels have been purple, and this is purple. The purple is for our emotional oils. So I've got humility, because we may need a little humility while we're working from home. White Angelica is a great one to I like to just kind of drop in my hands, rub it together, and then I just kind of like put a veil over myself, and it just keeps off everybody's negative energies. Hope is a good one if you're dealing with, like just feeling like, I can't think of the term I'm looking for, devastation or grief. Hope is a really good one for that. Surrender, because, if we're fighting with our family or something, surrender is just a good one to help you, back off and let things be. Grounding, of course, because I know I let my emotions get away from me sometimes, and this just helps bring me back. I pulled out the Animal Sense Tea Away, and the tea is usually for trauma. These are scary times, and this may be bringing back fears for people. There's a lot of people who are dealing with a lot of different emotional things, and the Tea Away may help with that as well. Gratitude is another good one, because we've got to learn to be grateful for having this time with our families, and hopefully this time that we could slow down and not be on the go and not running everybody to sporting events and this and that. We're home and we get to be grateful, that we have these times. Oh, that was another inner child. We already covered that. Obviously, peace and calming, and stress away. I didn't get my stress away out here though. Another one that we may not think about is the Seedlings Calm, because this one is a fairly new one and it was designed for babies, but it smells amazing and it is really calming. So that may be another good one that you could diffuse or, put on or inhale. Anyway, I am really interested in how all of this is affecting you guys, and I do want to help any way I can. If you need my help, feel free to text me, call me, email me, Facebook message me, direct message me on Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. I will do whatever I can to help you guys through all this. I hope you all stay well and healthy and appreciate the things in life that we have. See you all later. Have a great day.